I got into cocktails is really all about bringing people together. There's nothing that quite does that like a really good cocktail. I feel like that it sort of allows people to come together, it can break down barriers, it just connects everyone in a different way.
I owned a freelance photography studio for 12 years, and I got to travel around the world and shoot weddings and portraits like in Romania and Australia. Obviously I love being creative, but I think what I really enjoy doing is creative problem solving.
I got into roller derby about 4 years ago. I was looking for something to get me a good workout, get me out of the house, and I played sports all through high school, so I really kind of missed having that team around me as well.
My big passion is just for bringing people together, for entertaining, and that's actually why I decided to write the book Liberal Libations.
Having a problem come to me or finding something that needs a little tweaking and then walking through the steps of solving that problem. And there's something wildly satisfying about doing that every day, whether it's creatively or through a process.
I went ahead and I joined my local league. I developed my alter ego, Rebel Scrum. It's been a blast since then. Lots of hard hits, lots of good friends, and lots of great workouts.
I would say my biggest accomplishment really is just publishing this book. So it is self-published, it is written by me. All of the recipes are either, half of them are classic cocktails, but the other half are actually my own creations.
I'm not a naturally gifted skater, so it took me a little while to pass all of my minimum skills tests. So when I finally passed that last one, it was this huge sense of relief, and honestly, I almost cried right there on the track.
The thing that came to me when I heard that question was I had this portrait session with a woman who was really self-conscious. At the end of the session, she gives me a big hug and she's like, hey, you know, I don't think any of these pictures are gonna turn out, but it's not because of you, it's because of me. And she looked through them and burst into tears and reached around the table and grabbed me, gave me a big hug. Of course, I started crying. She's like, is this really what I look like? Like, is this really who I am? You know, I even get a little teary when I start to think about it. And I was like, yeah, this is you. This is how I see you. This is how the world sees you. You're beautiful. And to be able to give that to somebody is just really magical. So, yeah.
Just day to day, like every time you lay that big hit or you stop the other team's jammer from getting a point on you, you get a really great sense of accomplishment. And it's also really exciting when you find yourself really gelling with your teammates. When you work together as that unit without having to like push each other around, you just move as one skater. It's amazing.
This is the Greyhound Rescue. This is by far one of my most popular drinks. Every party I take it to, it's a big hit, and I've had people reach out throughout this whole process. They're really excited about this drink and they really love it. Every photo in this book is actually created by myself and my husband, and so it's a passion project. It's a labor of love between the two of us, and it's just something I'm very, very proud of.
I would say if you're thinking about playing roller derby, just go for it. Don't let age or size stop you. One of the fastest girls in our league is in her 50s. Some of the hardest hitters are the tiniest people on the track. You never know what you're going to be able to do. I could barely stand up when I started, and now I'm laying hits with the best of them. So just go out there and give it a try. The community is really encouraging and loves it when people give it a go.
I would say the biggest advice I have to give is just to keep going. You know, if you want to publish a book or you have a great idea, there's going to be times where it's really hard. There's going to be folks that come along that you see that have published a book similar to yours while you're just starting to get at that idea. But I would say keep going, because your point of view is unique and special and the world needs to hear about it. So no matter how many rejection letters you get from publishers or agents, you know, you can self-publish. There's other ways to get your content out there. So just keep pushing yourself and keep going.
I feel like there's a lot of things I could say to be in the creative field, but the thing that I remind myself of almost daily is that failure isn't actually failure, it's actually just one step closer to success. And you can learn from those mistakes and you can apply them to your future goals, move forward, because that's what life is about.